Yeah.
We have it.
So we just want to, as we move along, we're adding additional structure. So this concept of an agenda is helpful, I think, to understand what we're going to do. So today we want to add new members to the Metro chapter. So good, make sure you get signed up. Provide an overview of Represent Us and the AACA provisions, and Drew's going to have a good presentation about that, talk about that. We're going to present to you the focus teams. Our leadership group talked about how we can break out into focus teams and assign members to those focus teams and get them activated. We're going to provide an update on two of those, the coalitions team, which Ann's going to talk about, and the legislative focus team, which Drew is going to talk about, and provide an update on current activities. So I think Ann mentioned sign-ins are available if you haven't.
There's a sign-in sheet and the questionnaire. You have to fill out the questionnaire or in the back of the room and have yourself just a few stickers or buttons.
A little bit of swag.
A little swag.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so let's do introductions real quick. And I wonder if we should have lights on. Does this feel like we should have lights on? Yeah. I think we should. Yeah, we have to get those in, please.
Not remember anybody's name.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
That's good.
So let's go. Let's start here. If you would, please. Just
I
name
can
it a little
do.
brief how you found Represent Us and.
I found Represent Us through a Facebook video that was shared, the one that everybody's seen, I'm sure, but, and then I went onto Discord, and then I reached out through Discord, found someone in Minnesota, and then I glommed onto that person and said, okay, how do I find out about this? And that's how I got here, so.
Okay, good.
Is that me?
Yeah, I think it was you,
Yes.
it was someone else
I
first.
talked to you today.
It was a gentleman first who got me all of my logins and
Okay.
access
Oh,
to
yeah,
everything.
that's the national guy, I think.
National
that
guy?
gets you
Okay,
set
so
up.
he got me set up and all of it, and then, so I just,
And your name again, I'm sorry.
Jocelyn Toyne, I'm from Maple Grove,
Jocelyn. Okay.
yes.
So this is pretty easy for you to get to here.
Oh, very easy, I'm like, perfect, and I just went on this morning and I thought, I'll just check and see what's coming up.
Oh, good, yeah.
That's fate.
Glad to hear it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm Ann Husby. I live in Napo New Market. I've been keeping an eye on Represent Us for a couple years, but the last time that the video came out, I said enough with it, and I was one of the founding members for this Minnesota chapter.
Okay.
I'm Gary George. I saw it on YouTube, the video, and checked it out. And when I first looked at it, the nearest chapter was Sioux Falls. I didn't feel like driving there, but so then I guess before the last meeting, I noticed that there was a chapter, so I thought, I think I'll go check it out.
Okay, great.
And my name is Beth Perlman, and my husband Gary saw the video, the original national video on Facebook,
Yeah.
and forwarded it to me, and I said, yes, that's what we need. And we looked for a Minnesota chapter, and there wasn't one, so I said, I think we need to create one. And he said, well, you're working awfully hard at work, so let's wait till you slow down, and then no one else has done it, we can help create one. And so luckily someone did, so thank you. And we're interested in helping out to the best of our time and ability.
Okay, you're very close to the second generation of founding members then. This is really only the third meeting, fourth meeting, really. So it's just ramping up, so.
Okay, and we live in Mendota Heights, which is far from here, but
Okay, Mendota?
yeah.
Yeah, and Beth probably isn't gonna say it. She's a longtime producer for TV news and things like that, so.
Oh,
Item number, whatever that is,
Yeah.
10, goal 10,
we saw your note from the last
that's
meeting.
her.
Yeah, and we
And-
circled that. That's great.
Beth can get things organized.
That's great. Glad to have you. All right.
I'm Betsy Warewine, like where's the wine? And I'm from St. Paul, and I got introduced to Represent Us, I think back in 2018. I saw that there was a national conference and there was some live streaming going on, so I kind of watched that and said, yeah, this is good stuff, and kind of tracked it ever since. So emailed Represent Us every now and then. I pay money every month to the organization. I think it's a good thing to do, and I really believe in what they're doing. So I'm glad you guys are putting this together.
Good, good.
Mark Kramer, I also saw the video on Facebook, and its message resonated with me, and felt that I had to jump on the bandwagon.
Okay, good. Where are you from? What suburb?
Minneapolis.
Minneapolis, okay.
Okay, I'm Victoria. I live in Edina, Minnesota, but also up north of Wisconsin. And I found Represent Us a year and a half ago, and I found Ann on Discord, I don't know, like maybe a couple of months ago. Yeah, I'm really excited, and I've been working hard on getting this together.
And she is one of the co-leads.
Yeah.
Hi everyone, my name's Jillian Camille. I live in St. Paul. I had been doing work with Take Action Minnesota for some time, and then the program that I was involved with on a volunteer basis got dissolved, and so I was looking around for another way to get involved, and a colleague who actually is not able to be here today but will be here in the future sent me the link, and I watched the video and read all about it and became really excited, and so happy to be here, happy to meet you all.
Good. All right, I'm Tim David, live over White Bear Lake, and I came across Represent Us probably 6 months ago or so, and I thought they had a great message. I had been tracking probably 10 or 1,200 groups, trying to figure out where to apply myself. Where to, there are a lot of single issue groups out there, but I think Represent Us has that best overarching view. And I made the effort to go to the Unrigged Summit. It was about 4 or 5, 6 weeks ago down in Nashville. And that was really cool. I mean, it was, of course, very inspiring. And what I saw also is that some of the groups I had been looking at previously had booths there. But, you know, Represent Us really looked like that bigger, overarching, extremely organized. They look well funded. They've got a great message. They've got a great, star power spokesperson, no question about it. And I thought, yeah, also there should be a Minnesota chapter. And I didn't take action as soon as some of the other doers did, so I'm glad I jumped in, and I'm really looking forward to working with all of you folks. And I'm one of the co-leads currently.
I'm Drew Moriyama, same as most of you. I was searching YouTube for something fun to watch and saw anti-corruption pop up, and I said that looks interesting, and took a look at it, and yes, it resonated with me, and just about everything they said. I had thought, well, yeah, that needs to be done, previously, and now's the time for me to get involved and help get those things done. So I looked for a Minnesota chapter. I didn't see one. I tried to find out from the home office if that was really true, because I was baffled that there would not be one. And in the meantime, something pops up, so that's how I joined.
I'm Sean. I'm from Richfield, and I've been watching just general videos and Facebook, YouTube, all that good stuff for a while, and I noticed that we didn't have anything, but then I found out from a friend that a Minnesota chapter had just opened up, so just kind of fell into it.
And he's doing some tech for us.
No, I'll just
I'm not letting you step away from that. We need you.
Hello. My name is Steve Schroer. I am one of the founding members. I am part of the leadership team in roles of spokesperson and other such media and outreach organizations as of right now. I'm actually currently in charge of controlling the recording of this meeting. We are intending to put it on YouTube just to help with outreach. If you have any problems with being on YouTube, I can edit you out. Just come talk to me after the meeting. I'm from Lakeville. I kind of followed Represent Us on Facebook and all that stuff, because I was like, oh, that's a cool idea, but kind of like everyone else, once I didn't really get active until Represent Us, or until they released the video with Jennifer Lawrence. And then I decided to get active and saw that there wasn't really a chapter here, and so I decided to help set one up, and I was one of the original 3 people at the first meeting, so.
Good. Thanks. Okay, so.
Could I make a suggestion?
Yeah.
We're not a very big group, You mean, maybe we could just sort of sit around like
Oh,
this, so we don't have our backs to each other and stuff?
Yeah.
Or smaller?
It doesn't have to be like church. Yeah, we can all move forward.
Then we can see each other.
Makes it easier for me too. Just saying.
So while we're doing that, let me just make a couple administrative notes. We're scheduled for 2 hours late.
How about I slide around and your wife can sit here?
A little bit late. We did want to ask if somebody's interested in a note taker. We'd like to ask if somebody wants to be engaged. I know last week somebody offered that up. That person's not here today. Would you? That'd be great. Okay. You know, it doesn't need to be copious, and spelling doesn't matter, but, you know, action items, things like that.
Did you get an agenda? Because you can just add to that.
I did have agenda. Yeah, sure. Okay.
Thank you. Okay, I'll move closer after.
And does everybody else have an agenda? So it's gonna be tough to see the screen. Okay.
Here, I didn't light off again.
Well, I think
This is actually better.
yeah, I think we need to see each other for
Okay.
during the presentations. I think we turn the lights on.
Okay.
Yeah, I think now we're okay. And Steve mentioned we're being recorded, so hopefully it's not being used for facial recognition, right?
Actually, you never know.
I mean, it's going on YouTube, and YouTube's owned by Google, and Google rules the world at this point. Let's be honest.
So just
That's a whole other chapter.
just
That's a whole other group we need to start.
heads up. Okay, so next agenda item is, and let me just list them all real quick. We're gonna talk about, just briefly about Represent Us. What we wanna emphasize is what this group is about, and we've got some talking points up here, so everybody becomes what I call really smart about what Represent Us is and what the goal is. And that leads into Drew's presentation, which is the next item on the agenda. Then we're gonna talk about our focus teams. I think that'll be a neat discussion, who can participate in those and how they can participate. We're gonna have Ann talk about building coalitions, and then an update on current activities, and then next steps. We'd like to get a photo, send to the national group, if we wanna build our presence with them. And then we'll have focus teams chat together after we wrap up. Okay, just to reaffirm about Represent Us, if everybody's seen some of the presents on the website, etc., they got good materials, they've got a lot of information for volunteers, a lot of material, but overarching, what I like to think about is when everybody leaves here, you want to think about what's the message you can give to your friends, and they can give to their friends, and how can we get that consistent message as we spread the word. So I pulled a couple talking points off their website. Represent Us, our youth abbreviation, is here to build a movement that fixes America's corporate political system. That's a big vision, it's a big charge. And I just think it's important for us to think about. When somebody asks, what was that meeting you went to last night? My daughter asked me that at the last meeting. I said, well, and I kind of struggled with how to succinctly put it into an elevator speech, if you will. So they want to fix America's corrupt political system. And they're going to do that by bringing conservatives and progressives together, and we certainly think the centrists together, to pass anti-corruption laws across America. Okay? It's nonpartisan. It's a group of people from all political backgrounds, and they are very deliberate about saying, and we mentioned this at each meeting, that everyone stick to the anti-corruption reform discussion and not other issues that may divide us. And that's part of what was really neat about that national conference, the Unrigged Summit. I bet there were 20 other groups there. And you tend to think, okay, you know, this political activism group is left-leaning, etc. There were left-leaning, centrist, and far-right Buddhists there. Folks from every angle, every political bent, if you will. And Represent Us was very neutral, nonpartisan, overarching. So that's their message. We want to stay nonpartisan. And the long-term goal is to pass the American Anti-Corruption Act, AACA. So we're going to try and be very deliberate and standardized in our language, and not say it's the ACA, because people are thinking Obamacare. It's the AACA. So just short-term goals, a couple quick ones. Intend to plan and host events to grow membership and support. These meetings are part of it. We're going to talk later about how we can get out into communities and put up some booths at some suburban fairs, things like that, and other events. And have people help us prepare those events and staff the booths, carry out the message. We're gonna build coalitions to build momentum. There obviously are many, many other groups in the region, in the Twin Cities, who are pursuing reforms to our political process. So Ann's leading that effort. She'll give us an update on how she's pursuing other groups to make coalitions with them. We want to gather petitions to indicate support for the AACA. That's very powerful to get numbers. And ultimate goal is to pass the AACA as a constitutional amendment in the state of Minnesota. And who's going to lead us on that, right?
Right.
So, with that said, unless there's any comments or thoughts, I'll turn to the next agenda item, which is Drew talking about it.
We'll have to switch, and I think if you guys are gonna see this one, lights turn.
Do you want me to turn the lights off? Oh, this is up here, right?
Yep, they're right there on the
Okay.
wall.
So you guys can get it.
It's the panel,
Okay.
white and black. It should have a. Perfect. Yep. Brilliant.
Did it turn everything off? Oh, okay, we're good.
As good as we can be right now.
Okay. Is that legible?
If we move the chair and the projector closer, right, do you think perhaps?
Maybe a little bit, but
It's the window is the issue.
I think it's just all the lights.
Yeah.
it's just not the super brightest. But
It's a little better.
there's also a focus wheel on there, but it was focused for that distance as best it could.
This is another style. This will be better. Okay, so, and some of this you all may have seen already on the website or in video. So the problem is, of course, that we, the voting public, don't have enough influence over our politicians, and corporate money and political interests have oversized influence. So these are just some numbers to show you how much of a problem that is. 91% of elections are won by the person that has the most money, spends the most money. They get that money from a small population of the public. So 0.2% is giving almost 2/3 of the contributions that are supporting these elections. And then, once elected, Congress spends anywhere from 30 to 70% of their time in office trying to raise more funds. So it's a vicious circle that we are trapped in. Well, we're not trapped in it, that our representatives are trapped in. But with the also the point that it's within their power to change that also. So it's what Represent Us and we as a chapter are trying to do is to force their hand in that issue. Make them make those changes so that they can represent us instead of who they're currently representing. So the middle deck there is just showing you how much money some of the different industries are spending on our politicians. And just to show you what good corporations we have in America, for every dollar they spend, they get $750 in return from the government through various, various channels.
And how much does an individual get back?
Right.
I mean, I think that's an important thing to say if we know the answer to that. Do we?
Yes. I don't know of any number like that, but yeah, that would be.
I mean, because that's a good argument
Yeah.
to make to anybody. You know, if you're having a conversation with them pretty quick, that gets them thinking right away, doesn't it?
Yeah. So on the side, it's saying, for 2014, candidates raised $14,000 every single day for them. So that's incumbents raising that much money to get elected. What happened to my mouse? It's over there.
I swear I did touch it.
Starting to go.
Chuck the-
All right, meeting's over.
Yeah,
All right, maybe.
we already went up to.
Making good
slide
progress.
12. All right. It wasn't even on, so it wasn't you. Interesting. Okay, so back to slide 1. I lost my train of thought.
So, what was
The
wheel?
sidebar.
The next one.
The next one, okay,
Yep.
next start.
That's where you're at.
So,
Oh. There you go.
so this is showing, well, you can't see the bottom, but this is just showing what that vicious circle is. So you have a political action group or lobbyist contributing money to Congress at the top, going around clockwise. Congress uses that money to get your vote. Clockwise again, 91% of those top spenders are the winners. Incumbents shape elections to stay in power, so that's, gerrymandering is part of that. Congress giving top money to donors, so that's that 750 times return on investment that corporations have. And then Congress asking for more money. So a good example that I was reading about are some of these temporary bills that Congress passes that are really good ideas, and they keep getting extended or renewed. And so the question was, why do we keep renewing them? Why don't we just make them permanent? And the answer was, well, because every time they renew it, since this is money that is going for good reasons to industry, that industry has to come back and ask them for more money, right? So as long as industry is asking Congress for money, then Congress is asking industry for money in return. So just another, one of those intricacies of the problem that has surfaced, and one of the ways we're going to try and get rid of it. Okay, see if I can advance without going to the end. No, I think I must have done something with timing here. So the solution, and this is again from the video, the biggest changes in America are starting in the state and the local level. From women getting the power to vote to federal reform, interracial marriage, you name it. These movements have started at the state level. So we are looking to do anti-corruption acts that create common sense ethics. We want to reduce conflicts of